Good morning from Sturgeon Bay. Let's go see if we can find ourselves some fish. Oh my gosh. Hey. This is what you come to Sturgeon Bay for right here. Oh yeah. Smallmouth! So that one is very tiny. Sorry, dude. I've been fishing for a little over an hour, and I found a couple fish on beds, which is kind of how I expect this tournament. So the tournament's in a few days. That's how I expect it to be won. So that's probably what I need to spend my time doing. But I was just casting a little swim bait around as I'm looking for stuff, and it feels really good to catch one. So yeah, we'll keep looking. Later here. Finally, we finally got one. We got a real smallmouth. Oh yeah, with a lightweight Ned. I mean, that's 2.5 pounder. That is not what we need. We're gonna let her go. Right, head on back there, honey. Jeez. Where are you? Of course, this is what I get. Big old sheephead. Sheepers. Jeez. So there. This is more like what we're here for. Yeah, that's a 4-pound smallmouth here on Sturgeon Bay. It's a nice one. Here's what this tiny little goby looking tube is what I'm using. It seems to be a good bed bait. They're heavy. Oh my gosh, I thought this was like a 2-pounder sitting up there. Look at that football of a smallmouth. Jeez. That's an awesome smallmouth. 311. And that one, I don't know if it's sitting on a bed or it's just up in the corner. I've been sitting on all these bedfish for a long time here. I know they've been caught already. Somebody fished through here, a guy that's just fishing for today, talked to him a bunch. And so I figured it's a good spot to just kind of see how they act and going through some baits and, you know, trying to figure out, okay, like, what do they act like when they've been caught and whatever. And so it's just a real little wacky worm. I have a kind of a giant hook, which I like that heavier hook usually because it gives a little bit of weight. So it's almost like throwing weighted. I feel like I maybe should go buy some lighter, so they're just not so chunky and obvious. But oh, maybe that'll work. Maybe I figured a way to catch some of these fish that are a little more pressured. Holy crap. You are way bigger than I thought you were going to be. He's like a 2. Look at that thing. Good Lord. Alright, so my trolling motor died. This is coming in this pocket. And I could see a bed coming up, so I just power pulled down because I can't use trolling motor anymore. 4-3. Quit it, quit. This is officially the biggest one I've caught, actually. 4.3. Huh. It's awesome. I thought it was like a 2-pound fish that I was messing with. Just can't believe it's 4.3. Makes me wonder about all the fish I've seen. All right, practice is over. My trolling motor battery's dead. I've got 2 hours left, but I can't really do anything without the trolling motor. I could idle around a little bit maybe, but I can't really look for beds while I do that because of boulders and things. I'm basically asking to wreck my prop. But I have now marked 150 beds today. I marked 80 beds yesterday. And so 230 beds that have smallmouth on them are what I've marked. If I caught the fish, I put a weight on it. If I was like, ooh, that's a big one, I put 8, just because it was the easiest thing to type in really fast. It's so hard to tell. The fish I just caught, I thought was like a 2-pound smallmouth. Well, they're all, whatever's 2 pounds, it's actually like 2 3/4. So I thought it was probably 2 3/4 pound smallmouth, but it was 4 pounds 3 ounces. So it's actually a big one. And so who knows? I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Well, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go bed fishing. I don't know where I'm gonna start tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It is tournament day today out in Sturgeon Bay. It is early June, and it is full on spawn mode. And so, depending on how you feel about bed fishing, that's what it's gonna be today. I'm not a fan of bed fishing, though it is definitely fun. And it's pretty cool to go up and actually see the fish on bed, see the smallies just hanging out there. It also makes it really easy to have success because you just go cruising along and looking for those beds. So, of course, then in a tournament, we're gonna take them off those beds, put them in a box, and take them somewhere. Now, will it hurt the smallmouth population? No, it's not gonna do anything. So many of the fry and things don't make it anyway. Like that's really not, from a biology standpoint, not necessarily a huge deal. But goal is to weigh 20 pounds. But really, I'm just going to hit as many beds as I can. So if I'm catching lots of 3-pound fish off beds and just letting them go because they don't help me, I'm not going to be concerned today. I'm just going to have fun. Bed fishing is not my thing. Looking at clear water, not my thing. So this is just an experience for me this time around. And you never know. I mean, good things can happen. You might run into the right fish, a little pod area. It's got some big ones, and you just never know. So see you on the water. Got him.
You net?
Oh, I can't get him. He's not very big. Oh, shoot. I never saved the recording for my last one. Whoops. There we go. Fish number 2. Not a very big one, though. Got it. Oh gosh, I didn't see the recording after that last one either. Man, I'm bad at this right now. Just too many fish around. Too excited to. There we go. Popped them off. Another nice one.
Better?
Yep. There we go. We got one. Time to go hunting. We have our 5 fish currently for 16.12. 2.9 is our little one. Everything else is over 3 pounds. So we're gonna go try and catch a 3.14 here quick. We'll get Lance on some fish here. It's a long day, Lance. Don't worry. You'll get them.
We're on the fish.
We're on them. They're just, yeah. Got them. As big as I had hoped, but that right through the top of the nose. Perfect. And that's what we're calling out now. Crazy. Well, my camera died
I was messing with it. I'm sitting on a bed, and then I go and catch it. It was a 512, so that is a big one. I'm excited about it. Now we just gotta find some more. We got over 20 pounds. No, I don't think so. Put him in the net. Yeah. Here you go. I'll be ready for you in a second. Alright, ready. Nice.
Almost 3 maybe.
Look at that. Oh, he's 3 easy. Here we go. There we go. Lance is catching them. I'm catching them.
They're all over.
I think yours is a little bigger. Mine might be fatter though.
Maybe.
You got her?
Got him.
All right. That one's not gonna help me though. So hard when it's Ripley, you can't tell how big they really are.
Right.
Did they hit the bottom?
I don't think so. We're drifting.
Alright, well, we're drifting in.
Oh, no, it looks like we might be stopped.
Net. Looks like there might be one right there too, by the way.
Okay.
Feel free to cast up there. There we go. Very nice one. 4 pounds. Pretty big fish in there. There we go. That's what we're calling out right now, which is kind of ridiculous. It's crazy. Crazy.
You got him?
I got it. There we go. Oh yeah, holy cow. 4-6. Gets rid of blue, which is a 312.
Oh, wow.
Yes. That's what we're working with here, culling them out.
That's nice and straight too.
Yeah, yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh gosh.
That's why you just let go.
Oh yeah. I'm like, oh, there's a good one swimming right there. It's the one I literally just released. Oh gosh, darn, he does not like this bait. He came right to it. Got him.
Got him.
It's alright, just put him in that net. It's nice. There we go. Alright, can you bring that up here? I gotta show this off to the camera because this is funny.
No.
Alright, look at that. Wait, we got 3 of them in the net?
Yeah.
Alright, because Lance just caught one. Alright, I'll give you yours back. You can put those back down in the water so you can stay good. And he's working on culling his fish.
I think this is definitely the littlest one.
And then I hooked this one. I thought this one was going to be a lot bigger though. It's a nice fat one. Oh, so that's the same as my smallest one in there.
Doesn't help you out.
So it doesn't help, but it's nice 4-pound smallmouth. Beautiful one. I'm
And
just
it
going
doesn't
there.
help you.
That is crazy. Go on my little tube, little goby tube. Man, those fish just do not like this thing. They're just like, bah, mad about it when it comes into their zone. All right, back to the wacky room because I got to skip now to a different fish.
Good one?
Yeah. Almost good enough. Oh, yes, we don't have bait off yet. Thank you. Wow, you're not nearly as big as I thought he might be. Crazy.
But now you know.
But now I know. Okay. we're catching and just throwing these back. I don't think I saved the recording after our 3 fish. Can't help it, I just love tournament fishing. I get too excited about it. YouTube's kind of secondary to that. I like doing YouTube stuff, it's fun, but I'd rather win a tournament. He's not the big one.
He's just dark.
He's just dark.
You gonna play him?
Yep.
Just a little place.
Just a little tiny baby. 2.5 pound babies.
Oh, that is bad.
Look at that. Yeah. Don't look all that big, but.
Taking a pan.
Oh gosh, buddy, strong. Thank you. Oh, catching nice ones here. I'll weigh it, I guess, just in case. That's a fat one. Oh, 310. 310 smallmouth. Away she goes. Alright, we are back at the landing for weigh-in. According to my scale, which I really like this double scale, by the way, it's pretty cool. It says I've got 2212, which is my biggest bag I've ever weighed. Although out here, I don't think that it's going to get me a lot, but we'll see. My goal is just to get over 20 pounds, just because it's cool to get over 20 pounds, and we had a pretty good day. Pretty much came down to 2 baits. So I was a wacky worm or Nico rigging, so putting a nail weight in one end with the little O-ring on there, and so that caught a ton of fish. And then this thing, I used literally only one the entire 3 days that I've been fishing. These Savage Gear little Neds, Durtex. These were awesome, like really awesome. It's like a little tube that looks like a goby. That's pretty much it. Koninger's throwing a drop shot a lot of day with a little pink minnow on there, and he did okay with that too. So yeah, a couple things would have changed. We need to get out of all the noise though. Well, of course I didn't save the footage of me pulling each of those out, and I'm kind of bummed about that because we had 22.4 something, I think is what it was. Pounds of smallmouth, which is kind of insane and awesome. Definitely the biggest bag I've ever weighed. Yeah, awesome day. The one thing I wish I could have changed is when we had about 2.5 hours left and we had about a 30-minute boat ride coming back, and we kind of fished out our area. I didn't think there's any other big ones in that area, and so the option was to run another 20 minutes or 30 minutes further away. And then of course we'd have, you know, a 45 to an hour ride back. And so if we did that, we weren't gonna have a ton of time to fish, but I knew there was a bunch of fish there and opted instead to just kind of work our way back and stop and fish things that I hadn't fished yet. And we kind of ran out of that stuff really fast and ended up just being back. And so I really wish I had gone and looked, because at least there were a bunch of fish. We'd have caught a bunch in that last couple hours then, even if they wouldn't have helped, but maybe we'd have been able to get another 5 and maybe that'd make a difference. But all in all, pretty cool deal. Hopefully, so if you are bed fishing, I guess really is the main thing, so that just a little wacky worm, Nico rig, and then a little tube basically is what it is, but that little goby style bait, which was pretty cool. A lot of times I'd work them with the Nico rig first, because that was the easiest to pitch and it'd drop right down on them really fast first, and they'd kind of get aggravated if they were nipping at it and not getting it. Then when I'd throw that tube in there, they'd eat it right away. Whereas if I started with a tube, they didn't. And so bed fishing has been kind of interesting. Like, it's almost like you need to find not just the bait that works, but like the progression of baits that work. So, all right, I had 22.31. That got me a solid 16th place, I think, which is crazy. There were 3 bags over 26 pounds. Here's where I screwed up. So 1 was my 2 hours I wasted this afternoon, but 2 was in my practice to what everyone else was doing, that I saw anyway, they were actually catching the fish during practice. And I was thinking, oh, you idiots, why are you hooking all these fish? That's crazy. Well, it turns out I should have been doing that too, because you catch it, weigh it, and I could have just had my 5 fish marked, and all I need to do is catch those 5 fish. So rather than having 150 beds marked like I did, and I just marked them as those look bigger, those look smaller, I maybe would have had 10 that big, like, tournament fish, and I could have just marked little areas like, hey, go look for beds here if you need a fish type deal. But coulda, shoulda, woulda. This is where I don't like bed fishing. I don't like bed tournaments just because that. Like, seriously, those fish were getting caught 3, 4, 5, 10 times a day probably, and then of course getting caught tournament day. It's crazy. Like, I already know there's a 4-pounder that I caught, that a buddy of mine caught multiple times, and it's just kind of nuts. So absolutely nuts. But yeah, it is what it is. It was an awesome day fishing. Hopefully this helps you out. Good catch him. Oh, son of a